TKO gonna get? Hundreds of ads, sponsorships, commercials. Wasn't enough, was it? Of course not. Now they want to treat wrestlers' contracts like a hoagie or cheesesteak right before the guy in the deli wraps it up and cut it in half! And this is bad, dog. I just don't understand this. Shout out to wrestler Azurba, bro. We actually found out why TKO probably thinks this is appropriate. I'm gonna show you this.
They want a 50% restructuring of these deals. If it were like 20% or whatever, but they want 50. But their justification is things are very different now than when you signed this deal. Like, yes, we are asking you to take less money, but their argument is you are doing significantly less now. You're not doing 4 house shows a week. You're not on the road 4 days a week paying for your transportation and your hotel and your this and your that. You're on the road 1 day a week. You're wrestling maybe twice a month. And, you know, this is we want to pay you less for what because you're doing less now. That is their mindset.
Wow, if this is true, what a sorry excuse for TKO to come up with while they're doing their wrestlers dirty, and it might come back to bite them. TKO's new strategy is gonna force wrestlers to negotiate with WWE completely different moving forward. Think about it. Force pay cuts up to 50%. A take it or leave it approach, giving some talent only 48 hours to respond or get released. That destroys confidence. It destroys trust. And now wrestlers know there's no such thing as seniority in WWE anymore because a veteran doesn't mean anything to TKO. All this does is bring morale down and force wrestlers to play hardball when it's time to renegotiate. And that brings me to LA Knight. LA Knight has been living up to the merch he's been selling. Y'all remember the big red shirt with the white letters that say Unchosen? Yeah, he's been unchosen in WWE creative plans and talk. This is crazy. According to Bodyslam.net, Knight was reportedly supposed to have a short program with Gunther before those plans got changed, and Gunther ended up targeting Cody Rhodes and the undisputed WWE Championship instead. And now there's reportedly no clear status on WWE creative direction for LA Knight. And this is crazy, man. LA Knight, despite being buried and sabotaged by WWE Creative, is still one of the biggest draws on their roster. I'm pretty sure he's still one of the top merch sellers too. And he's still over with the crowd. But unfortunately, Triple H can't think of anything for LA Knight besides random feuds, random tag team alliances with the Usos, and the Vision storyline that feels like it's been lasting forever. Knight hasn't even came close to winning the title since he lost it to Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania 41. I don't know what WWE problem is with this guy, but this is uncalled for, man. Now we all know LA Knight could be stumbling and bumbling all over the place, man, but that's besides the point. This guy is still one of the most over superstars on the Fed roster, dog. Having absolutely nothing for him creative is disrespectful. And it's even more disrespectful when TKO is playing a cut game with LA Knight contract. I'm hearing behind the scenes, first he got a 10% cut, then a 20% cut, then 30, 40, 50% cut. I'm hearing he's up to 65%. As far as getting a pay cut, and damn, it's crazy. Now, I knew TKO, I know they own WWE, I know they own the UFC, but I didn't think they own a barbershop too with all the cuts they've been giving to LA Knight. And man, this ain't right. But maybe if wrestling don't work out for bro, he has a future in computer science. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Think about it. He went from being so big, they called him the megastar, from being small as a megabyte. Now, to nobody's surprise, the viewership for Crackdown just keep getting lower and lower, and Lower, bro. It's sad, honestly. May 1st numbers just dropped, and we're back around 1.1 million views. This is embarrassing. The 3-hour format has been completely draining whether you like this product or not. It was at a point where Trick Williams was the only thing good on Crackdown, and WWE Creative found a way to even ruin that with the Gingerbread Man storyline, and people are mad. Now, there are a lot of new stars that came in, like Royce Keys, JC Jane, Ricky Saints, and some others, and they have potential, but the problem is the regular audience doesn't know these characters like that. They don't have a connection with the characters because enough time hasn't gone by for this to happen. Creative isn't putting them in any type of storylines that people care about, and if this continues, you can bet that this show will be below 1 million views again within the next 2 weeks. I guarantee it. Honestly, I don't know how it's not already below 1 million, because the show last week was absolutely one of the worst episodes ever. Man, I can't wait till Crackdown gets back to 2 hours, because the 3-hour format, dog, oh my God, is becoming unbearable at this point. I just don't get it. I understand that TKO is wanting budget cuts to stuff more money into their pockets, but man, I really hope that they invest into a swimming pool or something like that. The viewership is taking a nosedive. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon, exclusively on BobbyMonsoon.com. Y'all asked for it and it's here. The Why You Say That t-shirt. I want to thank everybody that's copping the merch, that's liking, commenting, subscribing, hyping, everybody in my lives multiple times in the week, all the people in the chat. I want to thank everybody, man. Y'all really helped the channel grow. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. BobbyMonsoon.com. And Why You Say That shirt now. Back to the content. Dynamite started off with Sting and Tony Schiavone doing a tribute for Ted Turner, man. This was respectable, man. To be honest, though, I don't know if a lot of you AEW sickos know. Some of you younger ones probably don't. Some of the older ones definitely know. There might not be a Tony Khan without Ted Turner doing what he doing, without Ted Turner laying down the blueprint of how to step into professional wrestling and shake things up. So, man, shout out to Ted Turner once again and his family. This was a good gesture to show love for Ted Turner and Sting and Tony Schiavone to set off the show, man. The first match, Jon Moxley versus Juice Robinson, man. This was a fire match. Jon Moxley comes out with the win, man. That was hard, dog. I'm telling y'all right now, it's going to be hard to get that Continental Championship from Jon Moxley. He's on a generational run right now. But the storyline is really about him and Will Ospreay. Him and Will Ospreay in the back in the dungeon. No wrestling ring, no weights, nothing but calisthenics and hard work, man. They working with Willa Yuta, Daniel Garcia, Pac, Claudio Castagnoli to get Will Ospreay back up, man. He was telling Will Ospreay, you need your mind, bro. You need your body. We got to get your mental right, and we got to get your physical right. I'm feeling this Death Riders Will Ospreay storyline. Now, I'm hearing the talk online. And I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm not going to act like y'all don't have a point. Y'all do have a point. Oh, well, Will Ospreay hated the Death Riders, so why is Will Ospreay now joining the Death Rider? Bro, listen. Who else Will Ospreay was going to get under his wing to teach how to be a brawler, to switch his style up? He got to switch his style up. He even said, bro, he can't even do moves like the shooting star press anymore because it's just too much on his neck and on his back, bro. He got to switch the style up. Dog, you could have had Takeshita Okada. He could have joined the Don Callis family. He could have been in there locked in with Swerve or something like that. Nah, man, he's locking in with the best brawler that money could buy. His name is Jon Moxley. You can love, you can hate the storyline. For me personally, I love this storyline, man. I'm invested in it so much, bro. I want to see Will Ospreay defy the odds, become better than ever, and go to Wembley and come back from surgery and finally get the AEW championship. Dog, I could just see it now, man. I'm investing into this. I'm liking where Tony Khan's going with this creatively. Next, you got a match with Orange Cassidy versus Dax, man. Dax winds up losing. Orange Cassidy, I think he got a sneaky pin on him. Then you got like this crazy 10-on-10 brawl, man. You got FTR and you got Orange Cassidy and the conglomerate coming out there, Kyle O'Reilly and you got Stokely, we call him Stoley because he stole the Rolly, like my man Sir Smoke-A-Lot said, man. He had the Rolly in his pocket. He had to get up out of there, man. You know, I don't know why my man ain't traded in yet, but I think this is fire, man. Next, you got another promo with Chris Jericho and Ricochet. And the demand, because they're in demand, dog. They have a promo going back and forth, man. Ricochet popping at the Chris Jericho, letting them know, bro, I told you, you're going to get beat up every week, and it's going to keep happening week after week after week after week after week, man. You got people online thinking that Ricochet botched his promo because he said North Carolina when they were in South Carolina, but he was literally doing that to work the crowd. The second he did it, people were booing like crazy. He got major heat, and this is the exact reaction you will want as a heel. Jericho literally looked at the camera and played right into it. Look at the fan next to Jericho standing up, pissed off, probably about to run into the ring, man. This was fire. Ricochet, he puts out an offer to Chris Jericho. He said, man, how about Double or Nothing? Stadium Stampede. Oh my God, this is gonna be fire. Stadium Stampede. Chris Jericho has to find 4 people. The demand has to get 2 other people. But with Chris Jericho, maybe he has to find 2 other people too. Because you got the Hurt Syndicate finally coming out. They was a little bit late. People thought they burnt Chris Jericho for the bag. I heard Chris Jericho had to spin the block, add a few extra thousand in MVP pockets so he could join the alliance with Chris Jericho and they can actually pull up the Stadium Stampede. I think this is going to be fire. This is a great way to reintroduce the Hurt Syndicate into the main roster storyline. You know, they've been gone a little bit. They've been on Collision, but they've been gone from Dynamite, gone from PLEs. I think this is a great way to interject them back in. The demand, I'm wondering what 2 people are they going to get the add-on to the demand. I'm loving this Chris Jericho Ricochet storyline, man. It keeps progressing. Who I got at Stadium Stampede? I don't know, man. It's hard for me to believe that Ricochet and the Demand gonna win twice in a row, but I'm still going with the Demand to go over at Stadium Stampede, man. I know they could pull it off, but we'll see. It really depends on the next 2 people they get, so we'll see. Next, you got a fire match. Brian Keith versus Okada from the Don Callis family. Okada come and put a beating on Brian Keith. Okada different. He's gearing up for the match. The match I didn't want to happen. I wanted them to become a tag team and get the tag team titles, but I could just keep doing it in my dreams, man. Okada getting ready for Takeshita at Double or Nothing. I think we have a classic on our hands come Double or Nothing, man. Okada just getting some rust knocked off, getting a few reps in with Brian Keith. He goes over on Brian Keith. Now, I'm going to kind of fast forward because Okada, at the end of the show, he pulled up on Darby Allin. He said, yeah, I got Double or Nothing, but I want a shot at the title too. So now, randomly out the blue, you got an open match, an open challenge that Darby Allin accepted. Now, if y'all don't know what's going on, let me fill y'all in. I know a lot of the sickos already see it coming, and I think this is good booking from Tony Khan. Darby Allin's getting beat down, bro. Think about it. Darby Allin, he had to go through Tommaso Ciampa. He had to go through Brody King. He just went through Kevin Knight. He's about to go through Okada. He got to go through somebody else too. Dog, he's been a workhorse, bro. He's been straight grinding back to back championship matches. I think Tony Schiavone even said it. This is the first AEW champion that went 3 in a row. I hate open challenges. But I'm gonna be real, bro. Between WWE and AEW, Darby Allin has had the best open challenge series I've seen, dog, from anybody. This dude is proving that he's not just some stunt devil, dog. I don't think he bled like that in any of these open challenges, dog. This is straight from the muscle, from the mud, being a fighting champion. I can respect it, dog. Now, him beating Okada, I think is starting to be a stretch, bro. Like, come on, bro. Darby Allin gonna beat Okada. Okada, one of the best to ever step foot in the ring. Like, but I get it, storyline arc, and I mean he's gonna wind up going over on Okada. He's gonna go over on everybody until he faces MJF in his backyard. Man, let me just get to it. So a little bit before that, MJF Dynamite goes off, right? Soon as Collision that hour come on, you see MJF comes out, man. MJF says, I'm going to put up the Dynamite dining ring. They like, no, I don't want that. I give you $1 million. Darby Allin said, no, I don't want that. Not everybody care about money. TKO. Darby Allin says, man, I want you to shave your head bald if you lose to me at Double or Nothing. Now, I showed y'all the picture. I don't think MJF looks that bad with a bald head, to be honest, man. I think bro could pull it off and still be a star. But come on, let's be real. What's the chances of MJF really losing to Darby Allin, Double or Nothing, in his hometown, New York? A straight home game. He's not losing. Sorry. MJF being bald, we might have to wait a little bit later on down the line in life for that, but it's not happening come Double or Nothing. I think this is going to be a fire match. This might be Darby Allin's best match he ever had. I think Double or Nothing, when he fights MJF, we might see the best match Darby Allin ever had. In ring, of course, dog. You know what I mean? Of course, they're going to have some crazy spots for the main event match, but man, I can't wait to see that, bro. It's going to be fire. Also, let me not forget my man Swerve Strickland coming back, and he's on Bandito head top. Bro, Sir Strickland, once again, man, a chilling promo. I don't know if it's y'all, man. I don't know what it is, but every time I see Swerve Strickland, man, I start to get butterflies in my gut. Not the good ones, though. Not the ones where you see a chick that you might like. I'm talking about the butterflies in your gut when you know something bad's about to happen. And I'm feeling that for Bandito, man. Something bad about to happen. Brody King, actually, he goes on and he says, oh, don't mess with my friends because you mess with me. That's one thing. You mess with my friends, that's another. Hey, Brody King, I said this online, and Brody King, listen. Take this one out, bro. Take a step back. Last time you had an encounter with Swerve Strickland, you was about this close from getting your head smashed into a cinder block. If I was you, I'll say, bruh, Bandito, you my man. I'm giving you a salute. I'm gonna dap you up, but I'm gonna support you from my couch, bro. Sometimes you just gotta step back, man. Bandito got a lot of smoke coming for him. Comes Double or Nothing. I can't wait to see this. Also, you had Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida. My man Chris Collins told me I'm saying her name wrong. I'll figure out how I'm saying it. I'll say it right. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm kind of liking where this story's going. Chris Statlander, I love to see her in the championship spot or maybe even the TBS spot. But right now, like she said, she's trying to connect with the fans, man. Like she said in that interview where she was crying, thinking she lost a little bit connection with the fans. I think she's going to go into the storyline to try to use this to connect with the fans. So I want to see how this builds on that, man. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. As an overall, this was a solid Dynamite. It was cool, man. You know what I mean? We got a great main event match from Darby Allin. I feel like Darby Allin been the highlight of every single Dynamite the past few weeks. Fire segment with Chris Jericho and the Demand. Fire segment from fire match from Okada, Brian Keith. Though this was a solid Dynamite. Was it the best Dynamite ever? And it really wasn't, you know what I mean? I really enjoyed last week. This wasn't the best Dynamite, but still 100 times better than the Fed. Still 100 times what we'll get from this Dynamite might be better than Backtrash, and that's embarrassing. Crackdown is in a few days, so God, dog. 3 hours is so draining that it's Wednesday night. Well, actually, it's probably Thursday morning. And my God, I'm already dreading watching Crackdown. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, about TKO, about the Ted Turner situation, my AEW sickos. We busted up on Discord last night. Yeah, I mean, that was a vibe. I know it sound like all over the place that we had audio issues, but we'll try every week to try to build the Discord up, you know what I mean? And I'll figure out a way how to give people the link. So if y'all don't got the link, maybe I'll try to put in the description in the link. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the description. If you got Discord or whatever, you could join the Discord. It'll be somewhere in the description. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna holler at y'all though, man. I'll see y'all at Crackdown Live. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Wow!